Welcome back to my channel. Today's video I wanted to do something a little bit different. It's not a painting as such, or certainly not a landscape, but this one is perfect for practicing. It's more of an exercise. So it's perfect if you've got new paper, new paints, or if you've got some new materials that you want to try out, then this is something sort of ideal for that, especially if you're practicing things like mixing your colours. Maybe you've got some colours in your palette that you've not really used. Something like this I do like to do, just to use some of those colours and see what those colours are about. Maybe you've got a new set that you've not quite tried out yet and you're not sure what to paint with them. Then this is just a short exercise that you can do, and it's just good for practicing. So you can see the brushes I'm using, similar to, well, the usual brushes, and I'm using my M. Graham watercolours as well. So I'm using the squirrel mop brush to start off, quite a large brush. I want something with a large tip. And then I'm dipping in the yellow ochre, just mixing it with this, I believe it's Pyro Red in the palette already. So I wanted some nice sort of autumn colours for these leaves. But again, you can use any colours you want. And I do try and limit myself in these paintings. I know this is more of an exercise, but I'm just sticking to just a handful of colours, keep things nice and simple. And then you'll see me later on just grabbing a couple of watercolour pencils. So if you are new to my channel, then please do consider subscribing. I do have quite a lot of videos now. I do upload a video each and every week. Usually it falls on a Monday, but maybe I'll try and get another extra video in there as and when I can. And if you do like this video, then please do drop us a thumbs up. It really does help my channel to grow, and I do appreciate that. For those who do like, subscribe and comment here on my channel. So I'm just going in with a bit more, a bit of the sap green. Quite a nice colour I do like to use. I know a lot of people don't like the sap green. They tend to stick with the hooker's green for mixing. But I do like the sap green, not necessarily on its own, but if I mix it with a blue or even like a Pyro Red here, it does change the tone and gives nice different variants of green. So it's quite nice to use for foliage and in your landscape paintings. And now I'm just popping in some more yellow ochre. You can see the way the yellow ochre is more, it's less transparent. You can see as you get the more less diluted form, if you get more paint to water, then you do get more of an opaque sort of view, and it does cover quite a few colours, so it's quite nice to use. And obviously the more you water it down, the more transparent it comes, but it is nice to mix with other colours. I tend to use yellow ochre for mixing with blue, usually ultramarine or cerulean blue, makes quite nice greens. Just gives different tones and gives variance to your landscape painting, so it's quite nice. And I'm just letting the colours mix on the paper. This is Fabriano Artistico rough paper, and it's £140, so it's quite nice to use. You get some nice effects, some nice the way the paint covers the paper, you get some nice textures. So I'm using that for this little demonstration as well. So I want these colours to be quite bright, quite vibrant. They are sort of like the autumn leaves. So I'm going in quite thick now with the paint. The first cover, I just wanted to go quite light, quite watery, but now I'm going in for more pigment. So I'm getting more saturated colours, and that's what I wanted to get for this sort of the last couple of washes. So it's quite nice to do. There's no pressure on this painting exercise, absolutely no pressure whatsoever. It's just nice to paint something and just practice your colours. Just wanted to show you this. These are the M. Graham colours, and you can see how wet the colours are, even though they've been in my palette for some time. Some of the colours are quite, because they're honey based. The binding is honey. You do get these soft colours. You don't really have to add a lot of water to revitalise them. They are quite sticky to touch. If you were to touch them without using any water, you would get some on your fingers. So they are really nice to use. And these are ones that I've squoze out from the tubes. So I just refill my palette whenever I get short. So they are really nice to use, even as the pans. I'm sure if you bought the pans, so I'm sure if you did buy them from pans, not from the tubes, you would get some really nice soft paints as well. So for this one, I wanted to use some of the Faber-Castell watercolour pencils. I do have a few sets that I don't really use, and I think this year I'm going to focus more on using some of those materials that I don't tend to gravitate towards. I think a lot of times it's more of a comfort zone, but I just wanted to use this and try them out really for myself more than anything. So I'll show you how these get on in this video as well. So this one's a Helio Reddish. So it's the blue sort of tone that I wanted, and we'll see how that gets on. And I wanted sort of a warm sort of purple colour for the shadows. So I'm just popping that in on the right hand side. So the light's going to be coming in on the left hand side. So I want all the shadows on the right. So just adding a little bit of water now, and I've grabbed my smaller brush now. So I don't want a big thick brush for this. I'm just going in with a thin layer and just add that little bit of give it a little bit of 3D-ness as I give the shadows. So it looks like these leaves are on the paper, and there's a little bit of light in front and casting a little bit of shadow. So I'm doing the same now with the leaf on the left, and you can see this is predominantly yellow. I wanted to keep that sort of that colour, so I've got two different colours. It looks quite nice on paper. And then I'm just lightly going in with a little bit of water just to activate that pencil. So you can use a pencil, the watercolour pencils, either as a pencil, or you can go in and add a little bit of water as well. As you can see, just activate that watercolour, and it is a watercolour pencil, so it's nice to use that advantage as well. So using the magenta now, just to I found that colour just a bit too blue, so I wanted a little bit of red in there as well, so make it a little bit of a purple colour. You can see it's quite purple now. I'm not sure whether I've gone too far the other way, but it looks quite nice nevertheless. And don't forget, this is just an exercise. If you wanted to try out new brushes or new paints, new paper, anything like that, then this is perfect to do. Just practice your brush skills as well. But that's pretty much all I wanted to do in this one. You can see quite nice, quite effective. I've used the pencils for the first time, so I'm quite happy with that. But that's it. Thanks for watching, and hope you like this one.